Welcome to the iSchool Virtual Academy of Texas online information meeting. My name is Casey Barton, and I am the systems coordinator. We will be covering many aspects of virtual education and our program. What is a virtual school? The delivery method of learning for a virtual school is, of course, online. Students access their curriculum, tests, grades, and communicate with teachers all online. The program is 100% free for students and families. With our program, we even offer a laptop to every enrolled student to make it as attainable as possible. Without the restrictions of a common bell schedule, students have more flexibility when it comes to assignment completion and progress. Even though it is online, there is still plenty of interaction between the students and their teachers. What sets us apart? With our unique learning system, students progress as they master the curriculum. They do not proceed to the next unit unless they have passed the current unit of study. This allows each student to have more control over their progress and ensures that they have truly mastered the material before moving forward. Our systems help students strengthen their academic weaknesses while reinforcing their strengths. From attention to unique learning styles, individually graded assignments, and college counseling services, to one-on-one relationships with teachers and real-time school events, iSchool Virtual Academy of Texas combines the benefits of a traditional school with the flexibility and personalization of online learning. With a combination of the mastery-based and online aspects of our program, and education at iSchool Virtual Academy is truly flexible. We have eliminated the barriers of a traditional education and removed the distractions of your average school to allow the student to progress and succeed academically. Our curriculum is written and our school is operated by Texas educators. We are the only virtual school that was built specifically for Texas students. Benefits. Since the primary delivery of instruction and curriculum is online, you can live anywhere in Texas to attend our school. We are a great option for families who want to school their students at home but want the reliability of a state-approved curriculum and state-certified teachers. Families can be more involved in the actual schooling since they serve as the primary support for ensuring a student is completing schoolwork and reaching out to teachers for support as they need it. Our program is as safe as the home you live in. Our program offers a worry-free, safe learning environment for every student. Brick and mortar schools can be a great source of social interaction for students, but they can also cause distractions that negatively affect a student's academic success. Social pressures and drama can divert a student's attention away from their studies and cause stress on their grades. Now we will conduct a quick walkthrough of our interface for the student view and parent view. Here is a walkthrough for the parent access and interface.
I put in my username and my password, and it takes me to my dashboard. The first thing I notice is that my student's name is here in the top left along the teal ribbon. Up in the right-hand corner, I see that it's greeting me as the parent. If I had more than one student enrolled in the school, all of my students' names will be listed across here in this teal ribbon. If they're not, contact the office and one of our staff can make sure that you are tied to all of your children. The student whose name is being displayed with a line underneath it is the one that you'll currently see on the dashboard. So from this dashboard, I can see a lot of information. I see my student's academic snapshot, a list of their scheduled classes, the grades that they currently have, the assignments that they've done, of how many assignments that are offered, and the pacing of how they're doing. I can see a list of the completed courses for my high schoolers. Any upcoming events and announcements will be here. So if a principal or one of the school officials wants to send a message, this is where you'll get that announcement, is here inside the online school. From the same screen, I can see my admission status. And I just want to point out that the waiting enrollment status is normal, especially if your student is new to online school. It's going to take a little bit of time for that to change to active, and it's based on the amount of minutes and time your student puts in. Over from the left menu, I can see student messages. So any message that your student receives from the school, you'll be able to see. Your guardian messages will send here. Any messages that are specifically for you and may not necessarily include the student will be directed to this inbox. Over in this left menu, you can see the academic snapshot, which is similar to what's on the front page, but here it breaks it down by each individual class along with the grade, the pacing, and any activity that the student has done recently. You'll be able to see your grade book for your student. Here is a little bit more detail as far as what the course is, when the student started the course, the teacher who's teaching it, how many assignments out of total they've completed. You can also email the teacher directly from this page. So if I wanted to email the mathematics teacher, I would put a bubble next to the mathematics course, and below it drops the teacher's name, an email link to email the teacher, along with the list of every assignment in that class, along with the points earned, the grade, and when the assignment was completed. If I want to go into Buzz, which is where the students' activities are and where the most accurate, up-to-date grades will be found, I'm going to return to the dashboard, go to the academic snapshot, and I'm going to select any of the classes that are listed below. And in another tab, Buzz will open. Buzz is where your student gets all of their content and does any graded assessments. If I have more than one student, they would all be listed here. But in this case, I just have one. And when I select that, the Buzz tiles load, and I'm able to see the different classes that the student is enrolled in. From this point, I can look in the menu over to the left. I can go look at my students' grades. I can select a specific course, and I can see those grades listed. Else, I can select another class to look at. From here, you can do some communications with the teacher. You can find out information here. You can actually enter, in some cases, the Blackboard class, but really that's where the kids should be going. You can actually look at the activities that your student has to do. So this is a way for you to look at something while your student's working on it and you could be helping them. If you want to return to the home menu, you can return to the home page of the course, or if you want to return to the menu where you can find the tiles, you use that left menu and return to the front page where you can see the tiles that pertain to your student. And again, back to the online school, that's where you're going to get most of your communications. So I've entered my login and my password, and it takes me into the dashboard of the online school. I know I'm in the right place because I see my name in the left-hand corner, and up here in the top corner, it greets me. I see my dashboard. On this academic snapshot here on the dashboard, I see a list of classes. I can also see my grade, the number of assignments that I've done, and whether or not my pacing is correct and where I am. It also gives me a list of my completed courses, upcoming events, and announcements from your teachers and your principals can be found here. This is where your messages will be. So your parents might receive messages here, or your teachers will send messages to you, or your principal might post a message. Any kind of activity that you've had, how often you've been on, what time it was, and how long you were there is listed here. This is an important part right here, the admission status. On this admission status, you'll see that you're active and your enrollment status is waiting enrollment. That's really important. Please don't worry about that. It's something that all new students have, the waiting enrollment. Once you've acquired the certain amount of minutes that are necessary, that will change to active, but it does not change your status with the school. Over in this left menu, you have a lot of information here. You can see course information, the academic snapshot, which is very similar to what's on the front page, but broken down by the classes. It gives you your enrollment dates, your grade in the class, how many assignments. It is updated every night at about 11 o'clock in the evening. So these grades here may be a little off than what you're going to see in a minute inside of Buzz, but these grades will be what you get for your report card. From this place, you can actually see a name of your teacher, and you can email your teachers. If you want to change your teacher to, let's say, your English language arts, and you want to send that email, you just have to select the bubble next to the class, and from there you can send an email to your teacher here. And in front of you is all the relevant information of what you might need to be contacting the teacher about. You also have your course plan. This is for the high school students and what they need to graduate from high school. And here, as a higher level 9 through 12th grader, you can actually request courses for your counselor to fill. So let's say I'm ready to leave the school, front door of the school, and go into where I need to take my test, do my activities, and read my content. So I'm going to select one of the courses here, and it's going to load into Buzz. Buzz, for a student, is the equivalent of picking up a textbook and reading it and doing your activities. Here inside of Buzz is where you will do all of your graded assessments. So let's say I'm just going to select grade 3 language arts. It takes me directly into the class. You should have a left menu over here, which has your units broken down. If you select a unit, it breaks it down and shows you the different activities inside that unit that you need to do. And as you work your way through, it's preparing you to take the unit test, which here at iSchool Virtual Academy, your grades are based on those unit tests because we're a mastery content. We show mastery of content before we issue a grade. So that's really important that you work your way through those unit tests. Inside of Buzz, over here in this top menu, to get back to the home screen, you select the home, and these squares here are called tiles. So if a teacher ever asks what a tile says, this is where you would go to look, and you can tell them what the tile has on it. And on that tile, you can actually see the dates that you started the course, your current grade in that class, and by clicking on it, you go into the class like we just did for English Language Arts. Again, all of the units are over here. You work your way through these activities and then take the unit test. If I want to see my grades inside of Buzz, I go to the left-hand menu. I select grades, which is the second one from the home menu. And inside of this screen, I see my current grades in all of my classes. There's a list of the class. If I want to select that class, it will pull up a breakdown of my grades in that class. You can list them in syllabus order, which is how they appear inside the course, or you can select grading categories. And what it's going to do is clump all of the daily activities, quizzes, and unit tests together at one time. And again, remember, your grade is based on unit tests because we are a content mastery program. From inside of Buzz, if you go back into one of the tiles, you're going to see the landing page that tells you about who your teacher is. So as you look at your landing page, it gives you a lot of information about who your teacher is, how to get into live instruction, how to look at recordings that she's recorded, what the live schedule is for other classes, the calendar of events, and classroom notes. So this is my landing page from Miss Delgado, who is our third grade teacher. Here, she has her class library, and inside of that, you can find her recorded sessions that she's recorded from prior lessons. You can see where she can pick up your class notes. She has helpful links over here on the right. And then right here, she has Enter the BB Classroom. BB stands for Blackboard. And inside of Blackboard, it's the equivalent of walking into a classroom, sitting down and listening to your teacher teach inside of a brick and mortar. So here you're going to enter Blackboard. And once inside Blackboard, you're asked to enter your name and join a session. So if I select join a session, I'm basically walking into a classroom where I'm going to hear the teacher talking and possibly have other students sitting in the room. To get back to the front of the school where our academic snapshot was, I would return to is where you do your activities and your graded assessments and submit your unit tests. And inside of Blackboard is where you attend live sessions with your teacher. You can attend study hall here. This is where you're going to get help from your teacher and be able to communicate anything you need with the teacher and possibly meet other students.
Thank you for attending our online information meeting. Please use the form below to ask any questions. And if you are ready to move forward, please click the Enroll Now button. We look forward to offering you a high-quality online education.